like Jesus said, a few enter the kingdom of heaven. Most people go down the road of destruction to hell. Most people are wicked, a few people are righteous. And God has to try to protect the righteous, like Noah on the ark. Well, he punishes the wicked, like people drowning outside the ark. So the future looks like a lot of punishment for a lot of wickedness. Ever since World War II, people have just been getting wickeder and wickeder and wickeder. And it's like another vision I had. I was sitting on a park bench talking to Jesus, and I asked him, what does the future look like, Jesus? And he said, economic collapse, famine, rioting, apostasy, and World War III. And I was kind of stunned. I was thinking, oh, that's not the kind of future I want on earth. It's like we want a good world to feel good, and we get an evil world, and we got to get our good feelings from a good relationship with a good God or something instead of this wicked world. Anyways, then the vision goes into me and Jesus dancing, and it's like World War III around us with tanks and people getting shot and all kinds of violence and death around us. And Jesus looks at me when I'm dancing with him and says, don't let it bother you. I control this. So we have to understand that God's in full control of whatever's going on. That it's not just chaos in God's kingdom or something. Maybe chaos in the world for the wicked, but God's trying to help his people to understand what's coming in his judgments and to try to prepare them mentally to be able to handle these things. That the greater the trouble happens, the greater that God's miraculous help to deal with the trouble happens. That's always been the way in the Bible. When the Egyptians chased Moses to the Red Sea, God miraculously delivered them. When they put Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in a fiery furnace, God miraculously delivered them. When people were starving in famine, like Elijah and a widow, God miraculously provided for them. There's nothing too difficult for God to do. He could feed 5,000 people with a few fishes and loaves. He'd give you a silver coin out of a fish's mouth. His wallet never runs dry. His gold coin treasure chest never runs dry. He can supply food. Children of Israel in the desert for 40 years. So we're going into some hard times. Why? Because people abandon God. People want to be wicked. But there could be a few people getting saved amongst all this judgment coming down on the wicked. When they see the Christians being able to handle it with the miraculous power of God, maybe they'll want to start to get saved too. Get some help from God. Look, they got peace and joy in the midst of it. I want it too, type thing. Get saved and get happy. And that's our happiness. Get close to God for happiness. Not living in a good world to feel happy. Having a good relationship with a good God in a wicked world, being punished by God to feel happy. So you can be like a happy Noah dancing on the ark while God punishes the wicked people around you. So it's a world of liars and murderers. They pretend to be nice, like a Wizard of Oz or something, but they're really evil behind the curtain or something, trying to deceive you, trying to lie to you. It's like they're trying to use the technology that they have today, which is probably 30 or 40 years beyond what we understand, not to help us, to harm us, to enslave us. But God's in full control. He can help us to deal with it all. It's like Paul with a poisonous snake on his hand or something. They can poison us with stuff from the air and stuff from the food, stuff in the water, purposely. All kinds of poisons and toxins to genocide us off faster or something, and population control. But we don't have to die from it. If I die, God can raise me from the dead. If I get poison in my system, like a snake on my hand, I can shake it off. If I'm in a fiery furnace, it doesn't have to burn me. So we don't have to have this fear of what's happening. The economy has collapsed. There's rioting in the streets. People are going crazy. It's like God's taking his hand of protection off the people and letting the demon enemies attack them. And the demon-filled people attack them. Like Nazi Germany or something, or Babylon or something. But we don't have to let it bother us. we got this awesome relationship with God. He loves us so much, He gave His Son for us. He loves us so much, He died on the cross for us. There's nothing too difficult for Him to do for us. I had another vision where me and Jesus were in a boat, and I looked over at the coastline. It was kind of dark, and I seen a bunch of fire. And I looked over and I thought, is that a forest fire over there? And it looked like a city on fire when I looked closely at it, like a bomb hit it or something. And Jesus turned to me in the boat and He said, pointed His finger at me. He said, "You're safe with me, Rod." So that's you just have to have that peace. You're with Jesus. It doesn't matter if the world blows up in a ball of flames. You can be forever together with Him. We have to have this faith in God that He's real. He's in full control. He greatly loves us, died on the cross for us, gave His Son for us. Perfect Father, perfect husband. He's got all the money and food and the miraculous power we need. But it doesn't mean He's going to make the world like a heaven-type experience for us. Could be lots of suffering, seeing a lot of sickness, poverty, and death when He's judging the wicked. But you can stand like Shadrach in a fiery furnace and handle it all.
I want to be more like You every day, and bless those who put stumbling blocks in my way. I want to see through Your eyes when I see. I want to love my enemies. I want to be more like You every day, and open my arms to the ones who betray, to walk one more mile and to give, not receive. This is the love You gave to me. I've been rejected, but I'm not alone. I'm dead to this world, but it's not my home. Trouble, perplexed, but not in despair. When I die to me, Your life is there. I want to be more like You every day, and take up my cross and walk in Your way, receiving my praise not from men but from You, for doing these things You want me to. I've been rejected, but I'm not alone. I'm dead to this world, but it's not my home. Troubled, perplexed, but not in despair.